Good afternoon, everyone. It's Felice from the St. David's IT department with another quick 5-minute tutorial. Today's lesson deals with adding orders to a patient chart when the patient was seen earlier in the day but has since been discharged and offed from the tracker. In that case, you need to retrieve the patient's record and add those orders. This method can only be used on the same date of the patient encounter. It will not work if you try to use it for a patient that was seen on a past day. First of all, you'll need the patient's name or account number. That information will come to you from the urgent care encounter form, which I discussed on a previous video. So if you don't already have the patient's full name or account number, you can retrieve it here. To get started, you will log into PWM on your Meditech menu rather than going into EDM. EDM is where you usually log in, but we'll log into PWM right down here. Once you click on PWM, you'll be taken to the physician desktop. From the physician desktop, you will find this very handy button in the middle of your menu called Find Patient. All you have to do is click on the Find Patient button and enter the patient's the patient's last name, comma first name with no space between the names and the comma, all together, last name, comma, first name, and then you'll click the search button to retrieve that patient's record. Of course, I will not use my own record. I will enter a different patient name. Once you've selected the patient's name on the previous screen, you will be taken into clinical review. Not always will you be presented with this next step. Sometimes you will. If you are required to simply come down to the bottom of the window, locate the visit date that you wish to add new orders for, and as I mentioned earlier, it would have to be today, the same day of the patient's encounter. You cannot go back on previous dates to do this technique. So here's today's date. I will click on the encounter for today. I will then click on the word selected up at the top. Once I click on the word selected, the orders button down on the bottom will light up and I'll be presented with the patient's medical chart up here in the top, but down here on the bottom, all I need to do is click on the order button, and from there I'll be able to enter orders as always. So after clicking on the order button, I'm then taken into the review patient order screen, as it says up here in the title bar. This review patient order screen should be very familiar to you. Here's where you work your magic and you can enter your non-med orders or your meds and fluid orders as needed. I hope this video has been helpful to you. Please reach out to me on email or leave a comment on the video if you have questions or concerns or suggestions for future videos. Thank you so much for your time. Best wishes. Have a lovely day.